Shalom and welcome. This is Man's Final Steps. Man's Final Steps. It is a message to those who would be of the 144,000 and multitude mentioned in Revelations chapters 7 and 14. It is a message to my family, both Hebrew and Goyim, who seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father and Yahuah and accept Yahushua as Mashiach. With that said, again, this is Man's Final Steps. My name is Symmanayah, and today is December 12th, 2013. In this segment, I want to address the issue of persecution. Persecution, religion versus Yashar'al. Let me present a few scriptures, actually 4 to be exact. Matthew 24:9 said, "Then they shall deliver you up to affliction and kill you, and you shall be hated by all nations for my name's sake." His name is referring to Yahushua, our Mashiach. There is no other name that would be righteous for identifying our Mashiach, our Messiah, other than Yahushua. Matthew 5:11 says, "Blessed are you when they reproach and persecute you and falsely say every wicked word against you for my sake." Again, for the sake of Yahushua. No other name. Luke 11:49, "And because of this, the wisdom of Elohim said, I shall send them prophets and emissaries, and some of them they shall kill and persecute." Again, this is referring to those who are led by the Almighty Father. Acts 7:52 said, "Which of the prophets did your fathers not persecute? And they killed those who before announced the coming of the righteous one, of whom you now have become the betrayers and murderers." Again, he's speaking to the saints. One can witness by these scriptures and more that we will face persecution and death in many instances. Recently, my brothers and sisters, I read about and saw a video about many who were killed, slaughtered because of their beliefs. While my heart goes out to them for taking their beliefs to the grave, I truly feel for their families and friends. But allow me to present these words to you. There is a difference in persecution unto Yashar'al versus those who represent and support and promote pagan idol names and titles. There's a difference, my brothers and sisters. Persecution unto true Yashar'al represents the attacks that the righteous ones of the Almighty Father receives. While the masses will encompass our beliefs as a religion as well as those who die for their beliefs, allow me to present something to you. The United States, which portrays itself as a nation under G, and I won't say the name, but I think you know what I'm talking about, or a nation influenced mostly by a pagan deity's name, in pursuit of so-called democracy, we have witnessed much death. There are many sins which have been committed by the United States, Britain, and many other nations under the pagan influence of a false idol's name. I am referring specifically to the pagan names used in an attempt to hide the Almighty Father Yahuwah's name and Yahushua's name. You are very familiar with these names and titles, those who have come into the truth. I am compelled not to mention them. My brothers and sisters, there have been many atrocities under the banner of the largest religious body in the United States. Google that and you'll find that title. Could this persecution of these people who have been slaughtered be because of the atrocities associated with this nation and other nations under the banner of these pagan names? And if this is the case, by no means am I making light of the death of anyone. My heart goes out to their family and loved ones. But my brothers and sisters, the atrocities that have been done under the banner of these pagan names, and as well as the use of these pagan names, do not represent the fulfillment of Scripture. Do not for a minute believe this is admirable, to die lifting up the name and religion who promote false idol names, pagan labels, for the Mashiach and the Almighty Father. Yes, it is an extreme tragedy. Again, my heart and prayers are with the families of these who lost their lives representing pagan labels as their belief. But we are in an age where it would be wise for us to discern what is true persecution for Yashar'al. We are in an age where information is made available and discoveries are highly possible for identifying the true names of the Almighty Father Yahuah and Yahushua al-Mashiach. As we witness many events begin to emerge, it will be wise to come to grips with which ones truly reflect actual fulfillment of scriptures regarding anything that is described to us, pertaining to us. It will be wise to discern the difference of what fulfills the scripture versus what's a type or shadow or something that mimics. As we witness things emerge, my brothers and sisters, yes, we will see the rise of the two witnesses, but be mindful, the anti-Mashiach, who is the beast, the anti-Messiah, the beast, and the false prophet are not, absolutely not, the two witnesses mentioned in Revelation. They are not. Just as those from the synagogue of Satan have manipulated history books to lead us to thinking they have fulfilled prophecy regarding Yashar'al's return to the promised land, we are witnessing like matters regarding persecution of people of belief. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, martyrs who hold up the banner of a pagan idol name or pagan labels that are used to hide the Almighty Father's name do not represent the fulfillment of scriptures, which speaks to us regarding persecution and or martyrdom, the us being true and obedient servants of the Most High. I will say this, what occurred to those holding up the incorrect names is a foreshadow of what will happen to the people of Yahuah who are obedient to him, at least those who will be righteous martyrs. There will be the rise of the 144,000 in multitude, make no mistake, of which there will be no doubt regarding persecution of Yashar'al versus persecution of those who are just religious people. Again, I am not trying to make light of what occurred regarding religious martyrs, only to state they did not fulfill scriptures regarding our persecution to come. Just like those from the synagogue of Satan have not fulfilled the return of true Yashar'al to their homeland. Remember, my brothers and sisters, there are types and shadows which tend to mimic or copy what we will experience and witness regarding us in these last days. Pray and watch. Let us develop a keen focus as to what fulfills scriptures and what is merely a type and shadows. I have also witnessed groups who have taken or attempted to take a track or path or journey from Egypt to Israel with belief that they are fulfilling scriptures regarding true Yashar'al's return. This is erroneous, and the Most High Father will prove their wickedness. Let us be mindful of the signs of the times, and let us establish an earnest mind, body, and soul to pursue righteous instructions, guidance, reproof, discipline, and judgment when necessary. My brothers and sisters, it is very important that we come to discern and understand the difference of what represents scripture fulfillment and what does not. Persecution, religion versus Yashar'al are two different things. Pray and watch. This is important to know. It will be wise to realize we cannot fabricate our own plan and methods for fulfilling the plans of the Most High Yahuah. These end times represent what he has established. The 144,000 in multitude will come to be a focused and knit group following after the guidance of the Spirit of Yahushua. We will be refined and perfected and contribute to the true fulfillment of scriptures. Any actions outside of righteousness is merely types and shadows. Pray to discern the difference. Remember, each of us will be tasked to accomplish things directed by the Spirit of Yahushua. Some unto persecution, some unto death, and others while journeying to an appointed place, a safe place. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, come to discern the difference between the persecution of Yashar'al and religious people. Stand ready and receive all that the Spirit of Yahushua has in store. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, be encouraged. Be ready. Stay tuned for more. Shalom, shalom, shalom.